Hey guys, welcome to today's special episode. I'm going to be showing you my pet flathead catfish that I have in my 54-gallon aquarium. I recently had a bigger one in here, but ended up giving him away because he simply outgrew this tank. And he is now in a 1,000-gallon aquarium, so the one I now have in here is a lot smaller. He's about 12 inches in size. But before I show you this fish, I want to show you a video of me catching this fish so you have an idea of what he looks like before he's put in this aquarium. Check it out. Guys, I just caught a baby flathead. Guys, we're going to have a new fish in our aquarium. This is freaking awesome. And he's gonna go in my downstairs aquarium. Such a beautiful fish, and actually very hard to catch, especially the baby ones. So, look at that fish, guys. That's such an awesome fish. And this is what he looks like in an aquarium. Right now he's sitting behind a rock and a plant, which is very typical for a flathead catfish. They love structure, and they will find some sort of cover, whether it's a rock, a plant, a down tree of some sort, and this is just a typical personality of a flathead. So in this particular case, I'm feeding him night crawlers. I typically feed him 8 to 9 night crawlers twice a week, which is his diet. Sometimes I'll put in there some shiners or some minnows, but typically I give him night crawlers. They're very easy for him to eat, easily digestible and so forth, because he is still a pretty small fish. Now unfortunately I could not get him to eat these worms because the light was on in the tank, and he just maybe felt a little uncomfortable, but as soon as I turned off the light, boom, he started eating those worms right away. This is a different angle of the flathead, and you can see the worm moving around the plant there. This is a perfect example of what a flathead will do. They will sit still and will wait for that one good meal. And like I said, unfortunately I couldn't get him to eat because the light was on, but this is just to kind of show you what he does. And because these fish are predator catfish, they will ambush their prey by striking, killing, and eating it, which is why they earn the reputation of a river monster. They will eat anything that comes their way. They're very territorial, and they establish an area as their home, and they rule that area with complete dominance, which is why a lot of anglers love to target flatheads, including myself. If you've never experienced a battle with a flathead catfish, you are missing out. They are very powerful, strong, and just very cool to see. I mean, using a live bluegill when you're fishing and then having a fish pick up that bluegill is really quite something. So if you've never experienced it, go out there and try it out. I'm going to show you a little clip of me and my wife catching this 45-pound flathead, and you will see what I mean with the fight. Check it out. I was hoping to get a good fish out of this one.
Joe.
Yeah, we're kind of taking turns with this fish because I think we got a good one on, and he's just kind of... Want me to take over? I'm not kidding. We may have to really pull anchor and just kind of go down with the... Now, we actually took turns fighting this fish. This flathead ended up being 45 pounds, which was like the third biggest flathead that we've caught. They just have a very pure brute strength to them. And like I said, there's a reason why people love catching flatheads. And this is why it's cool to have a pet flathead catfish. They are very low maintenance. They don't take a whole lot of care. I change the water in this tank once a month, and I only use 2 solutions to maintain this tank. That is Prime and the Fish Keeper, which are 2 solutions that take out the bad chemicals in the water and pretty much produce a healthy environment for this fish. Now, the big question I get from people regarding this fish is, can I have other fish in the tank with a flathead? And the answer really is no, you should not, because most likely the flathead will kill and eat that fish, unless it's a fish that is bigger than the flathead or around the same size. but if it's smaller than the flathead, most likely it's going to be a goner. So it's better to have a flathead catfish in its own area away from other fish, unless you have a big tank that, I don't know, could be 500 to 1,000 gallon tank where you can have like another blue catfish in there, maybe some brim or some bass, but it needs to be an environment that is big and spacious enough for that flathead to kind of develop its own little territory, sort of say, if that makes any sense. But if you're going to be using a tank that is under 500 gallons, because in this case I have a 54 gallon tank and this fish does really well in there, but I would not put any other fish in this tank with this flathead because it will most likely strike and kill it. So it's a dangerous fish if you want to have other fish in there, but if it's going to be by himself, then it's perfectly fine. So that pretty much sums up my pet flathead catfish. If you guys have any questions about raising a pet flathead or raising fish in general, or even just general questions about tank maintenance, drop a comment below and I'll be sure to get back with you. And if we can get 300 likes on this video, I'll try my best to do a video of this fish eating a bluegill or something. That way you guys can see that. So hit the thumbs up for me on this video and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you guys like that video, please be sure to check out the Monster Catfish playlist here on the Chat Cats Fishing channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.